And Television Dude here, and I have a possible fake game here. Cat is being really weird and inquisitive at the moment. I think he just wants to be petted. I think this is fake. It looks so fake. That looks printed out. Because that doesn't even line up. You see that? The Wizard of Oz part wraps around the front. That doesn't look right. Kind of looks printed. Even that look doesn't look as shiny, the ESRB, like it's supposed to. It looks really dull. And I've never seen the Nintendo seal just say official Nintendo seal. That's hard to read. It's all faded, like it was just printed out on a printer. I should have been skeptical. It was just stock art in the auction. It was just stock art, but it was cheaper than normal. This didn't seem like a game they would fake. I didn't think this would be a game they would fake. You know, this is not a Pokemon game. This is not even that popular of a game. It's out of print. You know, it's kind of hard to find. Usually can cost $20-$25 just for a loose copy. So, and once in a while you can get it for $25 complete, but rarely. I'm going to open this, though. I should have been skeptical. They had a bunch of negatives on their account, but they were all for other things, like non-video games things, like memory cards, corrupted memory cards. Jeez, kitty. What's got into you today? Usually he doesn't act like this. But I'll tell you what, if this works, and it plays properly, I'll probably keep it, but I know it's fake. This is looking fake too. This whole case looks fake. Oh, it's hard to get out of there. Ah, jeez. That's not a real case. That's hard to get out of there. The E is kind of faded on there as well. It does say Nintendo, and it's all patented on the back. You know, I don't know if this is fake. I'm just saying it looks fake all the way around. But heck, I don't even know if this was an official game. I don't know if this was put out by Nintendo, or, I mean, it had to have been. I don't think it was no bootleg game to begin with. We got a full manual here. I'm going to try to edit this in out of sequence right into the middle of the video and not at the end. But another reason why this is fake, it's got to be fake, 100% fake. I've already looked on eBay and seen the other ones, and it looks completely fake. The back artwork is different. Not only is this hard to read, the back of the real case has a whole different picture, and the wording is different. Reason why I also think this is 100% fake is they talk about the reception of the game. A game would not say in the middle of its manual that the reactions have been generally mixed. IGN reviewer gave the game an 8 out of 10, stating it's great for younger or casual players, and it's also for younger or casual players, and it's also a haven for awesome RPGs. Seldom is it both at once, though. Wizard of Oz is all about compromise. Since this game is literally out to satisfy two very different crowds, it's simple enough for newcomers while still being deep enough for open-minded hardcore players too. He also goes on to praise the use of the trackball running walking tool, calling it catchy for the sole use of Nintendo's DS's touchscreen. They wouldn't put that in the real manual. Come on. It's like it's not the official manual. I bet none of this is right. You know, another thing was different on the back of the other box, besides the picture, besides the wording, is this one says HAL Laboratories. I don't know if HAL Laboratories had anything to do with this game, because it's made by Xseed. The real box, I couldn't find where it said HAL Laboratories. I don't think HAL Laboratories probably had nothing to do with this game. Let's see. It just says Xseed. Doesn't say anything about HAL Laboratories. Even in the manual here. Like I said, I'm still going to keep it. The game is what it is. I can play it. The intro is correct. It is supposed to be in Japanese. So that's that. Now I'm going to try to edit this into the middle of the video. Now let's get back to where we were. Heck if I know. I'm thinking it's fake, but I have no proof. Even come with a precaution booklet. Let's give it a go though. I mean, if it plays, I'll keep it. I mean, I'm not into bootlegs, but heck, I've been wanting to play the game, so. Why is there such a long delay when you turn on the 3DS? You're getting a lot of cat today, aren't we? Getting a lot of cat. No kidding. Getting a lot of cat today. This is a Wizard of Oz RPG, which got mixed reviews. I don't know if that's supposed to be singing in Japanese there. I was fun to skip that just to see if this is in English. I'm doing this without a stylus. Just want to make sure I didn't get gypped on it being in English. Okay, our story begins. Okay, it's in English. My cat is taking over the stream here. Okay, it's in English. I'll have to go on YouTube to see if that beginning song has an English version. I still think this is a bootleg, but heck, if I can play it. Dorothy's already put in. We're going to be Dorothy. Alright. She also need a pet. An adorable puppy would be perfect. We'll keep with Toto. I'd like to be original with that. I don't know if you can see that. It might be too bright. There, this is a great start, if I say so myself. Let's see how the story unfolds. In the peaceful countryside, far from the city. We're not doing a whole playthrough, but we're going to play a few minutes here. Where brooks babble gently in spring, bees waltz in summer, colorful leaves paint the world in autumn, and snow blankets the troubles of yesteryear in winter, lived a girl. Her name was Dorothy. Dorothy lived in an old house with her beloved dog Toto and led a tranquil, life milking cows and gathering flowers. Alone, although alone, with only Toto by her side, Dorothy never once thought herself to be lonely. The old house had been left to her by her late parents, and she had chosen to remain there, quite content with her ordinary life. She enjoyed each passing season and brought little of ever leaving. Thought little of ever leaving. Until her 17th spring. I can come in closer here, maybe. When an eerie silence woke her in the dead of night, Dorothy stepped outside to find that the pacing of restless animals and even the hooting of owls had stopped. Darkness and silence enveloped her home and everything around it. How strange, she thought. Then ever so faintly off in the distance she heard a sound. At first it was a low howl, like the keening cry of a hungry beast. But then it grew in strength, and the howl became a shriek, carrying with it an ominous rumbling that shook the earth. Frightened, Dorothy scooped up Toto and raced back towards the house. But then, right before her eyes, her home and everything in it turned to pieces and disappeared into the night. It was then that she saw it, a dark pillar that stretched to the sky. A dark, monstrous tornado that drew even closer towards Dorothy, who could do nothing but stand in terror. In an instant, a violent gust swept Dorothy up like a puppet without its strings. She could do nothing to stop her violent ascent to the tempestuous sky above. Broken to pieces by the tornado, the debris of what was once Dorothy's home turned to dust in front of her eyes. Beyond the wreckage, however, were what seemed to be two shadows, or so she thought. An illusion or not, Dorothy was certain that they were the shapes of her late parents. "I see you," she cried. The cruel night ignored Dorothy's deep longing and blinding her with its darkness. Helpless and alone, she fainted. Ken? What's Ken? N? Awaken, visitor. Okay. I'm just going to do the intro here, and then we'll go on. I'm still thinking this is fake, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just, maybe it's kind of skeptical they would have this game for only $20 sealed, even though they have multiple copies. I was thinking maybe someone just found a bunch of these. Because they're always uncovering big lots of these older games. And the price always goes down because of it. I thought maybe that was what happened here. And they just wanted to get rid of them. Now I'm not sure. Called upon by a thundering voice, Dorothy sprung up from her daze. It seemed she had been lying unconscious, but for how long she did not know. Before her was a lush meadow with colors Dorothy had never even imagined possible, and a road paved with shiny yellow bricks. Being awake seemed no different from a dream, and Dorothy knew then she was far, far from home. Dorothy looked about her and saw the remains of what used to be her home. Her body ached and her legs were weak with relief. To survive such a storm was a miracle indeed. "Welcome, visitor, to the land of magic," the deafening voice roared again. Was it speaking to Dorothy? She turned about, seeking the owner of a disembodied voice. It was indeed a peculiar sight. Gentle breeze and warm sun rays, and then there was a giant shadow towering over her. She stared, dumbfounded. The giant shadow began to speak. "Visitor, listen well. I am the sovereign ruler of all that you see before your eyes. I am the great Wizard of Oz." The shadow's words hit her with gale-like force. Stunned, Dorothy was unable to answer. Ignoring her silence, the voice continued. Visitor, I see that you have been brought here by accident from a foreign land where magic has no bearing. In your current state, even walking on the brick road would prove impossible. The reason, visitor, is because this land is filled with magical power. Simply put, the world is under a spell that keeps outsiders from wandering about freely. Ahem! Make not such a pitiful face. Pitful face. Is that supposed to say? Oh, it does say pitiful. I read it wrong. I am not a heartless king that would leave those that are lost in this world to their fates. If you were to accept my invitation to come to my castle, then I shall help you. First, here is a pair of magical shoes. With these, you'll be able to move about this land as if it were your own. Next, some weapons and armor. If you wish to attain better equipment, you must come to my castle. Why do you look surprised, visitor? I know not how your land is. But here, progress is impossible without defeating enemies. Therefore, be mindful in your travels. Now then, before that, what is your name, visitor? Finally, Dorothy spoke her first words to the shadow and told him her name. I see, so you are Dorothy. Well then, Dorothy, the yellow brick road you see is a magical path that leads to my castle. First and foremost, try walking. To move in this world, you must use the trackball on the touchscreen. Use your stylus to spin the ball. Dorothy will move in the direction that the trackball is spinning. I wasn't even sure if I was showing this. It's really bright. Probably look better if I turn off the lights. Spin the trackball slowly to walk and quickly to run. The secret to using the trackball is to spin with one smooth swipe rather than numerous short taps. Touch lightly. There are coins up ahead. Try walking towards them. And I'm doing this behind the camera, so this might be difficult. Trying to get a good angle here. I think I passed some of them. Not bad at all. This is what you call a coin. Is it valuable? Be sure not to miss it. Just approach it to pick it up. Ah, yes, if you wish to look around you, touch these buttons. Always be aware of your surroundings to be safe during your travels. See if there's any enemies. Now, I wanted to get into one battle before we end this. You know, I still think this is a fake bootleg copy, but I am still not 100% sure. But it's like, what are the chances that it was just a independent company with no budget who did a crappy version of the game? I don't know. Is that an enemy? Who are you? It's a ghost. You can see that. Dang it. It's really bright. Oh well. Who are you? You can't pass, intruder. Input battle commands. First touch this button. I see you've entered a battle. Reminds me of my youthful days. First select input battle commands to fight the monster. Next you must choose your action. At this point, actions that best suit the situation are already displayed. Just press OK to confirm the actions. There are 4 turns per round. If you wish, you may change the action of each turn. However, it would perhaps be best to try this later when you are more accustomed to the system. Enemy encounter. Okay. I think it's already set up. Sword in each one. Well, actually, I should do a defense on this one. Defend with that one. Then sword. Sword, defend, sword, sword. Let's go. He was defeated on the first stroke anyway. Alright. Now when can I save? Can I save anytime I want to? A victory! As expected, you are quite the warrior. There are many monsters that inhabit this land. Don't forget to heal yourself with potions in the menu located on the bottom left of the screen. I need to see if I can save anywhere I want. Quit game? I don't know if that saves it or not. Temporary save created. Please turn off power. What if I just go to home? I just want to see, and then we'll end this video. This video went on longer than it probably could have. It's supposed to be just a short video showing off the possible bootleg game that I'm not 100% sure is bootleg or just cheaply made. I'm thinking bootleg. But it works. It's working. I'm playing it. I'm okay. I haven't done my research to find out if it's a bogus game yet. Thing that's bright. I wish you could see that better. Continue. When it says temporary, I wonder if I restart it again, if it do the same thing. I better just save it again. It said temporary. I'm not sure. It could be one of those things where when you reload it, the save goes away. Temporary save created. Please turn off power. Actually, I'm going to do that. And, yeah, I haven't even done my research to find out if it's a fake game or not. I'm going to look online and determine it on my own. But I'm thinking fake. But I'm going to keep it. So, that's the end of this video. So, thanks for watching.